Our collaboration with the Clappers family goes back to the late 80s. I think it was 1988 exactly. But to describe it is really to describe something that goes much more than a collaboration, because here are two families with a shared commitment, not only to ethics and integrity, because this is what family values are about, but also to the quality, to the consumer. And as a family, the one thing that we love is the fact that we can engage with our customers, we can get feedback from them, and we can do something about it. Because sometimes if we're engaged in a big company, we might not have that privilege. But to be able to truly exercise what we believe in terms of ethics, our suppliers, etc., it's a wonderful thing. And this, therefore, is what makes our relationship with the Clappers family so very unique, because we have a parallel commitment to integrity, to ethics, to family values. And truly, we are more or less, well, in the words of Mr. Clappers over the weekend, we are today not separated. It's one family. We've worked together for 30 years. There are 1,000 different memories, and I'll tell you two. One from the point of view of our customer, and it relates to New Zealand. Now, there for 25 years, we have been involved with people in this hospice. It's a big group of hospices in New Zealand. It's called Hospice New Zealand. And one of the beautiful aspects of tea that I saw and I see every time I visit there is that when you visit someone who's unwell, who's words often fail you. It's so very difficult. And I saw family after family struggling to really put in words what they felt when they visited someone who was in the final days of their lives. And I saw also the incredible role that tea had, because where in many cases, and why we started telling hospice, look, we want to give you tea free. This is something that my father did 25 years ago, was because we saw this social aspect of tea. Because when you brought that cup of tea, and this is how it all began, we suddenly found that there was something that they could talk about. I would see, the first one time I saw this, it was a beautiful old lady, and she had terminal cancer, and her grandchildren had come to see her, her daughter had come to see her, and they were quiet. So then the lady from the hospice brought in the tea, and suddenly the grandchildren, everybody was nervous, but then suddenly the children started talking. They said, oh, I like mine with milk, I want mine with a little sugar. And it began. And I really felt that this gives us the possibility to do something more, because tea has a beautiful social aspect. And for us, what is so critical in tea is, of course, the quality, the taste, the goodness, the purpose, the ethics behind the business. But to see how it serves our customer in a way that goes beyond purely pleasure, it's something magical, and we see it all the time. And the other side of it is to see how, by presenting that pleasure in New Zealand or Cyprus or wherever, we're able to translate that to benefit for our workers. This is simply the philosophy of making business a matter of human service. And now this weekend, we have an event called Celebrating Differences. We have almost 600 children from all our MJF centers from around the country coming together, and there will be cerebral palsy kids, Down syndrome kids, autistic, ADHD, everyone coming together, and they put on a show which we call Celebrating Differences. It's every year. We have thousands of these kids in our centers, and so when you see that, and once a year we have everybody coming together, you watch this and you think, look, this begins with tea. It's a beautiful rhythm, and I think it's one that is very natural, and it should be more common. So I think for me, the beauty in tea is really translated by its impact on people and their lives. I think tea is beautiful, and in comparison with other beverages, it has a very unique dimension, and that is because of the fact that tea is entirely natural. Even in the manufacturing method, which hopefully you saw, it is entirely natural. We are honoring what nature has done in the leaf. We're not trying to dominate, we're not trying to alter, but rather we're taking that leaf and we are trying to nurture the influence of nature on the taste, on the flavor, on the fragrance, and all of this. And in doing so, you get, like nature, nature is about diversity. You get this diverse amount of different strengths, strong tea, light tea, bright tea, so much that makes tea an amazing luxury, because you can have a tea with a specific food, tea with a particular mood, tea with a particular occasion. There is a tea for Christmas because tea has a beautiful relationship with food. When you eat, when you enjoy all those beautiful cakes at Christmas, you know that when you drink the tea with it, it's synthesizing the sugars, it's helping digestion and so on. But beyond that also is the fact that tea is so uniquely rich in antioxidants, so it's good for human health, from everything from the fact that it protects against cancers and heart disease and so many wonderful things. So for me, I struggle to find anything bad about tea. And tea is so unique because there is no cultural barrier. Whether you're sitting in Kabul or Nicosia or New York, tea is universally acceptable to everyone. There is nothing bad about tea. And having all of these good things, having the luxury, the taste, the aroma, for me, there is no herb like tea. I would recommend in Cyprus that you consider quite strong teas. Some of our, we have tea that grows at mid to high elevation. It's woody, it's got notes of cedar and so on. But I would suggest you take that tea, put in a little bit of honey, put in some of these beautiful herbs that you have. I saw incredible herbs. I was in Omados and I loved that little village, and I see incredible rosemary, the oregano, all these lovely herbs. And my suggestion is to anyone, there is a tea for every occasion, every mood, every time, but make it yours, make it personal. If you have mint growing in your garden, and mint is so common, take the mint, make a drink of your own. If you like tea as a cocktail, make your favorite cocktail. If you enjoy tea with gin, you can take it, you can mix it, you can make something unique. But the most important thing is make it yours, make it sustainable, use beautiful ingredients, and it should be something you enjoy. If you like oregano, if you like thyme, you can use that in tea, and you can build a beautiful aroma, you can build a beautiful experience. But always keep it natural, because tea is the most beautiful natural herb. And by adding anything, keep it natural. Don't add anything that is artificial. But the most important thing is enjoy it.